Myths of Ramborgia. Hello everyone. We're here to see on Myths of Ramborgia to see if this myth is really a myth or perhaps is fact. Now let me give you some backstory. The Jamborgians are clones of the Ramborgian race. They are a pure and beautiful race, but a mistake was made in the cloning process, and the clone of John Rambo was made, except that clone was not a perfect clone. That clone was evil. The Jamborgians were a tricky enemy for the Ramborgia. Even for the Ramborgia, the Jamborgia was quite difficult to get rid of. But eventually, on show 100, the Ramboholics were actually able to destroy the Jamborgian leaders. After they were killed, we thought we were safe and we were free to watch our show every Wednesday without any harm. But recently, there has been footage, rumors, and sightings of new Jamborgian clones. How did this happen? We don't know. But is it true? Let's find out. Now it's hard to see, but we've put a red circle over the subject. Now what this is, he is possibly a clone of Charlie Clyde, the Jamborgian clone of Kyle Charles. There's also been a small, interesting, and very odd sighting of Ron Jambo being shown not once as a clone, but 3 times at the same place. Who knows? There could be hundreds, or thousands, or hundreds and thousands of them. We don't know that. And what else we don't know is how did Ron Jambo spawn again after he was killed by Ramboholic? What happened? Is another accomplice involved in this? That will be solved next time on Myths of Ramborgia.
This is not a podcast. It's a show. John Rambo presents the show. My name is John, and I am joined by... Prepare yourself. He will zick you. He will zick you all night long. Ladies and gentlemen, OJ's here!
I love saltines too!
OJ, how's it going, sir?
Alright.
How you doing?
I'm doing
How are you feeling?
okay.
It's a little low there. Are you speaking
Is
into
that better?
Yeah, a little bit.
Now there's a microphone in front of my face.
There you go. We want to hear those beautiful vocals, John. Come on, man. Don't be shy about it. So how you been, sir? 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my gosh.
Well, we have returned. That's correct. Our intro today by the great genius mind, Kyle Charles at Madhead Productions. He's doing a great job. I basically, I gave a challenge to him. I said, please, I basically told him my situation where my brain has been turned to mush, and if I do any more editing than I already am daily, my eyeballs will explode, and what's left of my mind will pour out of the holes into a delicious soup. So
I'm not there to harvest it, so
this is what I exactly told him.
Glad video happened.
So we've given him a challenge to make some of these intros, and the man's knocking it out of the park. He's doing a great job.
The challenge, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. So of course, check him out at Madhead Productions on the YouTube thing, and it's all good stuff, man. So we thank him. You like him a lot. You want to be like him when you grow up.
He's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, he's great.
Just think, man.
Yes.
This is him now.
I know
He's
that.
already super
I'm
funny.
afraid he's already better. He's already like better than us at his age.
Yeah.
So there you go. Today on the show, it's gonna be OJ and I. You're stuck with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yup. There's no escape for you this time.
It's not so bad though, is it? You,
For us,
me,
no. For them,
OJ,
maybe.
together, forever. You know.
Forever this way.
I'll get some nice things to talk about. It's going to be a fun time.
Oh.
Next week's program,
Next week's program.
we'll be joined by a gentleman I'm a big fan of, actually. Big time fan. Mr. Rye Spirit, the incredible artist from Australia, who recently won a contest. He's coming to America, like the movie.
Yep.
Coming to America. I'm sure it'll be the same scenario and everything that happened there.
Same suit.
The same thing. And he's going to join us on the show next week. And to talk about his art, talk about his endeavors. I'm excited about that.
As am I.
Only
He's a very good
Rye
man.
Spirit next week, only on the show. And if you want to get a little preview, if you haven't seen the Rye stuff, just type into the Google RY Spirit, Rye Spirit, and see all his amazing artwork.
He's amazing.
OJ thinks he's amazing, then he's amazing. That's that. Okay? Let's start the show off right here. We haven't had it yet in 2014. Here it is now. Last year we were being educated weekly about our friend the elephant. His ways. We learned so much. What are some of the things we learned, John?
We learned about some fluids that will run down the elephant when it is
Excited? We don't have to go into crazy territory
Yeah.
here. Just be an adult. We learned all kinds of things. But so we're gonna bring this back. We're gonna learn some more today. Okay? And I hope you're taking notes because there will be a test on this at some point this year. There will be a pop quiz, perhaps for a prize. I don't know. I'm just making this up as we go here. But let's take a look. Hopefully this is the right... Okay, here we go. Facts about elephants.
Facts about elephants.
Elephants have a highly developed brain and the largest of all land mammals. The brain is 3 or 4 times larger than that of humans, although smaller as a proportion of body weight. What do you think about that, OJ?
Well, either their brains are more efficient
Yeah.
or they're really, really
If they were just
heavy
smaller,
animals.
then they'd be smarter, I think, maybe. Is that what they're trying to say?
Maybe, but again, they're just talking about versus body weight. How is
Yeah.
that relevant? I mean,
I don't really
just
know.
to be able to support the size of the elephant, it's going to have to be heavier. It needs to be sturdier than a person. We're squishy and soft and snap easily.
These scientists are out of control. They rely too much on science and not on religion. That's right. That's a whole other topic. It's not today. Here's another piece of information. Elephants have poor eyesight, but an amazing sense of smell. That's a little bit like, that's kind of a given right there, isn't it?
I mean, just look at the picture.
Just look at the large nose. Is that what you're trying to say, OJ? Look at the large nose. Is that...
No, the tiny eye.
I think OJ's trying to make fun
Compared
of
to the
large nose
size
people.
of its mouth, its eye is tiny.
Seems happy, though, with his small brain.
Oh, yeah, he looks very
His body.
happy.
Okay, and here's the last piece of information. We've already learned so much today. One more piece of information. The average elephant squeezes out about 220 pounds of excrement every single day. That's about the same poundage as a newborn elephant, which generally weighs in about 170 to 250 pounds.
So an elephant basically poops almost an entire me every day.
Yeah, that's just something. Where does all that go?
I'm not sure.
I guess it breaks
want to
down. It breaks
know.
down. That's like like we're getting a lot of snow tonight, right? Like how many pounds of snow do you think will be on your driveway tomorrow, give or take? How many pounds?
If each shovelful is roughly,
Anything?
I'd say 35 pounds for a shovelful.
Yeah.
Is that no? It's a little too heavy. Let's say 20 pounds a shovelful, and if each shovelful is
Get
about
a calculator.
1 foot by 2 feet,
Should I be taking
and
notes
the
on this?
driveway is about 50 feet long.
Let's
that's
say there's
50
250 pounds of snow on your driveway.
Oh, dude,
That
there's
could
way
be
more snow than
all-
that. There's about 2,000 pounds of snow.
No, 250 pounds. That could be entirely elephant excrement. Just think about it. That's how much it is. So there we go. We've learned a lot there. Learned a lot. And I hope you are taking notes because there will be a pop quiz for all of you.
But for them, good. Okay.
There is no prize if you get a good grade, but there is a punishment if you get a bad grade. That's how school should work, by the way. Everyone would get good grades. Anyway,
I'm not so sure that's how.
ladies and gentlemen, today is February the 12th, 2014. On this date exactly 2 years ago, which would be February 12th, 2012, was the debut episode of Schnozman and Hole Punch, The Justice Lease.
A day which will live on forever.
2 years ago. And the first episode was filmed and shot and edited. Filmed and shot's kind of the same thing, isn't it? It was filmed and edited in one day. And uploaded. In one day.
Wow.
I believe it was about 10 minutes long, something like that. And things are very, very different now.
Oh, incredibly
2 years
different.
later, yeah. 2 years. We could fit many of those episodes into one episode now, yeah.
And then some. It's kind of... Each episode is just, like, what, four episodes
4 hours?
now?
Yeah, 4 hours. I remember back 2 years ago, I remember it was a very warm winter. Very different, again, very different than now.
Yeah, if it stayed like that.
And if you watch it, it looks like it could be like the spring or like the fall or something, because it was like, there was no snow or anything. It was weird, right? And OJ actually was the one that pushed me to do it, to do the thing. I think we kind of push each other sometimes, right?
Yeah, it's how it goes. At one point or another, someone's gonna need a boost.
Someone needs a little booster, a little push. And OJ really wanted to do it big time. I was like, I don't know about this. And we did it, people liked it, and then we just kept doing it.
It was so simple at first.
And I think OJ kind of lost interest as things went on, compared to the beginning. And then I was kind of like, okay, well, there you go. No, am I wrong?
I'm still interested in it.
OJ's in it to win it. It's a lot.
It's a lot bigger than we originally envisioned.
Yeah, which I think is good.
It's good. It was just kind of like,
good,
whoa. Yeah. Just watching it come together, like such humble, simple beginnings, and it just went like a rocket going off into space.
That's a good question. Did you ever think it would be like what it is now back then?
I thought we were just going to make a bunch of silly roommate jokes.
Just on the couch and...
Yeah.
Do you think you got anything from it? Like if it has given you anything? Like, because I feel like okay, so I feel like I learned a lot in the process of it.
I got a lot better at public speaking.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not scared to go up and talk in front of a group.
Yeah, that's good.
It's been great, stuff like that. I'm a little better at memorizing things, like lines, even though I'm still not great, but I'm still better. But yeah, that's, yeah.
The coolest thing for me is like it shows like we filmed last weekend, and I was like in the midst of it, I'm like, man, all you guys really believe in me, because like I write the thing, and then everyone's got to travel and bring all the stuff, and OJ's travel and bring lights, and everybody sits there as I try to awkwardly direct people and stuff, and and we're at a location that'll let us in for free and stuff, and so it means a lot to me. Very cool, very cool. You guys,
we believe in you.
Well, I believe in you as well. There's a lot of belief.
Thank you.
2 years later, very different. Like I said back then, it was in one day done, and now it's like just ridiculous. I think I'm losing my mind a little bit. Like every time we film something now, like I want to do it again. Like no matter what.
I mean, that's just a sign that you've grown as a filmmaker. I mean, seriously, like, you think Steven Spielberg goes home thinking, man, I really nailed that scene in E.T. Probably. No, he goes home and thinks, oh man, I could have done this other thing differently.
Is this snow ever going to stop in the background? What is this?
It's a simulation of real life.
How long does this go for? I'm gonna have to
Forever.
Stop it. It just kept going. What? Yeah, I think it is like real life. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's I just want it to be really good, so
well, so far so good.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah, the next one's gonna be crazy. I'm definitely going all out on this one.
Yeah, a little bit.
And we are definitely thinking this is the end. So that's another reason why why not go all out on it? Right.
It's going to be amazing.
I think so. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being along the ride for 2 years. Went very fast. Went very quick.
Yeah,
That's scary.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, we're still here. We're still doing it. And hopefully the best one yet is to come. Excited about it. Well, I guess we'll talk about our filming a little bit later. Maybe we weren't able to do as much as we wanted to because the weather's out of control.
Yeah, the weather was crazy, is crazy.
So we wanted to do something outside, and it's like, oh wait a minute, there's a 40-foot tall wall of elephant excrement. No, I mean snow. Can't do that.
Oh, what if elephants pooped snow?
It might as well at this point. John, also on February 12th, in the year 881, Pope John VIII crowns Charles the Fat the King of Italy. He became the Holy Roman Emperor. In the year 1999, United States President Bill Clinton is acquitted by the United States Senate in his impeachment trial.
On this day?
On the same day, February 12th.
So you think that there's...
I looked it up.
So you think that there's a link between these?
Introduced made a hole punch, and the fact that the show is on the exact 2-year anniversary of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. We can't talk about it anymore in this program because it'll be like 3 hours for like discussing it, analyzing it. Can't get into it right now. But,
Okay.
So maybe for another day. Okay.
Another day, another dollar, another dime.
Yeah. Let's get out the websites up to StayBallsy.com. Oh, by Wrecking the Jungle. Here's something I want to talk about here on the website. Not just showing it for the hell of it. This time. First of all, we have a new Steam group made by Smart Guy.
Yeah, we actually had an old Steam group too.
That is no more.
It's dead?
It's dead.
I'm still in that one.
You should not be in it. You don't want to be in that place. It's abandoned. It's filthy.
I joined the new one too.
Oh, you did? Okay, so you're fine. It's right here. If you go to the site, go to the forum, and you click on this. Many people are in it. More people are in the Steam group than the actual forum itself, which I thought was odd. Because how did they know that the forum was there if they don't... I don't know.
Bum, bum, bum.
So that's the first thing. These annoying ads, they're not our ads, like I said, so use ad block or whatever you want to use.
Oh, for love of cheese.
And here's the thing I want to show you. In the past, we've done the comments on the show, right?
Yeah.
And it was a big to-do. So, like, basically people would put comments all over the place on email, via Twitter,
all over the place, yeah.
on the YouTube video. It was a big mess. Then I would have to write them all down. I would email them to OJ. He would lose them. It would be a whole thing, right?
Yep.
So, what we're doing now is we just have a thread. We got a thread of comments.
And you can just drop everything right there.
Everything's right here.
Maybe I should pull this up.
There you go. It's a great comment there. And what we're going to do later today is bring back the comments and use the thread to get them. And we can show it and everything, and it looks good.
That's pretty cool.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Uh-huh. Oh, so we're going to do that later. Gotcha.
Yeah, later on today. Like when we used to do the comments at the end of the show. Remember?
It's been a while. I don't need to send me those files anymore.
I don't need to send you the files. You don't need them.
My hard drives, no longer filled up with filing
You have
goodness.
all the old files? You can just delete them all.
No, never.
I think we answered the questions.
Not all.
We lost some.
Well, yeah, a few.
Yeah, we lost a few. It happens. What can you say? All right. OJ.
That's me.
It's the middle of February. That means that love is in the air. Do you smell love?
Oh, yes.
You smell it? It's in your nostrils? So Valentine's Day is coming. It's on Friday.
Yes.
And Valentine's Day, of course, was created to commemorate and celebrate the feast of Saint Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a religious day. It has religious meaning.
Yes.
That's the true meaning for the season. The reason for the season is Saint Valentine and his feast.
The reason for the season is better than the season with no reason.
Debatable. Basically what happened to Valentine's Day is corporate America has taken it. And they've taken it in their filthy hands, smut-filled hands, and they've corrupted it and they destroyed it. They turned it into a day where you have to buy chocolates and flowers. And if you don't, then you're in trouble.
Yep.
You could have...
Bad you.
Yeah, you could be stabbed in the night. In the privates. If you upset the person that sleeps next to you. You don't get the, you have to buy the chocolates and the flowers, okay? Right?
Yeah.
And they've also turned it into a day, like again, it's supposed to be a religious holiday. They turned it into a day about fornication. It's all about loving, fornicating, a negligee, a strapless teddy, OJ.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
A strapless teddy. Underwear with holes in it, edible nipple piercings.
Wait,
All kind.
okay.
That's what it's about. That's what they turn this into.
I'm gonna Google some of those words.
No, don't do that. So we're gonna do on the show today. We're gonna bring it back. We're trying to bring it back to the original meaning. We're trying to educate everyone about who Saint Valentine is, what he is, all about him. So I have this paragraph here. It's kind of boring, but if you want to be educated like us, you should probably listen to it. Okay? You don't want to be non-educated like others.
Right.
Yes. So Saint Valentine, Valentine or Valentine? Saint Valentine was the former bishop of Terni, a city in southern Umbria, which is now central Italy. While under house arrest of Judge Astrius, and
Emphasis on the first syllable.
and discussing his faith with him, Valentinus, the Roman pronunciation of his name, okay, now we're educated, was discussing the validity of Jesus. The judge put Valentinus to the test and brought to him the judge's adopted blind daughter. If Valentinus succeeded in restoring the girl's sight, Astrius would do anything he asked. You still there? Are we following this?
Yes.
Okay, so he brought his daughter. Okay. Valentinus laid his hands on the eyes, and the child's vision was restored. Immediately humbled, the judge asked Valentinus what he should do. Valentinus replied that all of the idols around the judge's house should be broken. The judge should fast for 3 days and then undergo baptism. That's not so bad. That's not that hard to do.
No.
The judge obeyed, and as a result, freed all the Christian inmates under his authority. Well, you think about that, he could have had him do anything he wanted. And he just told them, like, break these statues and then put your head in water.
I mean, he could
a
have
nice
been
guy.
a lot worse.
Valentinus. The judge, his family, and 40 others were baptized. Valentinus was later arrested again for continuing to serve Jesus and was sent to the prefect of Rome, to the Emperor Claudius himself. Claudius took a liking to him until Valentinus tried to lead Claudius to Jesus. So this is a pattern with this guy. Like, they hate him. They want to punish him, but then they wind up like really liking him.
Like, they just can't help
All
it.
these people of power, like, we hate him, get him in here, and then what is he like? He talks to them like nicely, and they're like, he's not, you know what? He's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
But then with this guy, he tried to like push Jesus on him. No one likes that. Let's be honest, right? He tried to lead Claudius to Jesus, whereupon Claudius refused and condemned Valentinus to death, commanding that Valentinus either renounce his faith or he would be beaten with clubs and beheaded. Valentinus refused, and Claudius's command was executed outside Flaminia on February 14th, 269. 269? That's a long time ago.
Yeah. And that's only, like, what? Like, 239 years after the guy that they're all talking about was around.
Right. Well, that's a good amount of time.
Dude, like,
Yeah,
the U.S. has only been around for how long?
Yeah, well, I don't know. But there you go. I mean, that's the story of Valentine. We've told everyone about it now.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the basic story.
And what's annoying to me, because let's get back to the fact it's Valentine's Day and all that stuff.
Yeah.
People think they're so clever. They'll bring this up. This isn't like new news or anything. They make jokes of it. Oh, it's supposed to be about love, but it's really about a guy who was beheaded. Ha ha! It's such a joke, a big joke, and then they just end it there, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna go a step further with this, right, OJ?
Yeah.
We're tired of the war on Valentine's Day.
Exactly. They're doing it wrong.
The war on Valentine's Day. We're actually gonna do something.
Myths of Ramborgia. Hello everyone. We're here to see on Myths of Ramborgia to see if this myth is really a myth or perhaps is fact. Now let me give you some backstory. The Jamborgians are clones of the Ramborgian race. They are a pure and beautiful race, but a mistake was made in the cloning process, and the clone of John Rambo was made Except that clone was not a perfect clone. That clone was evil. The Jamborgians were a tricky enemy for the Ramborgia. Even for the Ramborgia, the Jamborgia was quite difficult to get rid of. But eventually, on show 100, the Ramboholics were actually able to destroy the Jamborgian leaders. After they were killed, we thought we were safe and we were free to watch our show every Wednesday without any harm. But recently, there has been footage, rumors, and sightings of new Jamborgian clones. How did this happen? We don't know. But is it true? Let's find out. Now it's hard to see, but we've put a red circle over the subject. Now what this is, he is possibly a clone of Charlie Clyde, the Jamborgian clone of Kyle Charles. There's also been a small, interesting, and very odd sighting of Ron Jambo being shown not once as a clone, but 3 times at the same place. Who knows? There could be hundreds, or thousands, or hundreds and thousands of them. We don't know that. And what else we don't know is how did Ron Jambo spawn again after he was killed by Ramboholic? What happened? Is another accomplice involved in this? That will be solved next time on Myths of Ramborgia.
This is not a podcast. It's a show. John Rambo presents the show. My name is John, and I am joined by... Prepare yourself. He will zick you. He will zick you all night long. Ladies and gentlemen, OJ's here!
I love saltines too.
OJ, how's it going, sir? How you doing?
I'm doing
How are you feeling?
okay.
It's a little low there. Are you speaking
Is
into
that
the...
better?
Yeah, a little bit.
Now there's a microphone in front of my face.
There you go. We want to hear those beautiful vocals, John. Come on, man. Don't be shy about it. So how you been, sir? 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my gosh.
Well, we have returned. That's correct. Our intro today by the great genius mind, Kyle Charles at Madhead Productions. He's doing a great job. I basically, I gave a challenge to him. I said, please, I basically told him my situation where my brain has been turned to mush, and if I do any more editing than I already am daily, my eyeballs will explode, and what's left of my mind will pour out of the holes into a delicious soup. So
I'm not there to harvest it, so
this is what I exactly told him.
Glad video happened.
So we've given him a challenge to make some of these intros, and the man's knocking it out of the park. He's doing a great job.
The challenge, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. So of course, check him out at Madhead Productions on the YouTube thing, and it's all good stuff, man. So we thank him. You like him a lot. You want to be like him when you grow up.
He's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, he's great.
Just think, man.
Yes.
This is him now.
I know
He's
that.
already super
I'm
funny.
afraid he's already better. He's already like better than us at his age.
Yeah.
So there you go. Today on the show, it's gonna be OJ and I. You're stuck with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yup. There's no escape for you this time.
It's not so bad though, is it? You,
For us,
me,
no. For them,
OJ,
maybe.
together, forever. You know.
Forever this way.
I'll get some nice things to talk about. It's gonna be a fun time.
Oh. Okay.
Next week's program,
Next week's program.
we'll be joined by a gentleman I'm a big fan of, actually. Big time fan. I think the Bloodface is more intelligent in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
You know.
Just a little bit.
I think a little bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was either going to be that or an Olympic segment. Maybe you'll get the Olympics one next week. You know,
If
maybe
you are lucky.
if you're lucky, yeah. Okay. So we did do a show last week,
No.
just so we could talk about the aforementioned Schnozman Hole Punch, so we could work on that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Still, my hands full. I think you're going to be impressed with this one. This was kind of like my giant middle finger to the world, I think. This is... Yeah, this is
really
what I could
like
do.
That simile.
I said it to you and you didn't like it, but I'm saying it to everyone else now. This is going to be kind of like, yeah, well, this is what I could do. You jerks, look at this.
I don't know if that's so much a middle finger.
Me and the Ramborgia people with the middle finger with the episode playing behind us. But anyway, yeah, we didn't do the show last Wednesday. We were filming and blah, blah, blah. And then Wednesday night at 8, OJ and I were going to get on the Skype while I was editing and talk about the show and different things we want to...
Planning things, important
blah, blah, blah.
stuff.
And I got to turn the snow off. It's just really annoying. It just never ends.
I like that.
I don't like it. You should be looking at my face, not the snow. And 8 p.m. rolls around. We had a huge storm. A storm was coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And my power went out. Exactly at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. So had we been doing the show, I would have been really upset. I would have broken many idols.
It would have just destroyed everything. Like, we would have had to try... The only way we could have done the show is if we got XSplit running on my computer, I bought Skype credit, called John via Skype to his phone, and we did the show that way. That would have been the only way to do it. So apparently, the moral of the story is John Rambo is psychic.
I just go with the flow. I'm a man of nature. I was going to ask you about what do you think about the snowstorms and stuff like that. I think sometimes nature kind of tells you things. And kind of...
Yeah.
There's elements out there.
In no uncertain terms.
St. Valentine is out there telling you things. But, yeah, that was crazy, man. It was really out of control. Just boom. And so then I just called him and we just talked on the phone for a while.
Yeah. Got some good stuff done, though.
Yeah, this has been a really wild winter, man. And now tomorrow it's supposed to be like 12 inches coming.
Yeah.
Do you hate the snow? Do you like the snow? What's your
I like the snow, but I hate the timing. I wish it snowed on Friday instead.
Snowed when you didn't have to go outside.
But I didn't have to drive.
I dig it, man. I like it. I like how it looks cool, and
oh yeah.
I don't really mind the cold so much.
Nope.
You know, like it just takes me a while to get into it. It takes like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Like when it first comes in, you're like, what is this? You go outside, like, what happened here?
Why is this here?
Everything's dead, and it's freaking this T-shirt. There's nothing.
You just look at the beautiful, like, pristine landscapes. You know,
this Alf T-shirt provides no warmth. What is going on here? Yeah, but yeah, it's really nice. But I just hate having to like physically move it around, which is what I'm gonna have to do tomorrow. I don't have to go to work. It's too much snow, and I can't do the real estate thing because you can't really drive anywhere. No one wants to go anywhere, you know.
Until you've got that one guy with like tank treads on his car. He's like, no, I'm ready for this.
I gotta buy a house today. No, not for me. They don't want to do that. But yeah, just physically moving around is a pain. But I like when you go out in the cold, like, you know, like nature's there. You know what I mean? Like you're in the elements. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about getting stung by a bee.
Well, you hate the insects.
Oh,
does that play into your love of winter because you hate? Is it that you like cold and you like winter, or is it that you just hate the bugs so much that it just by default you love winter?
Can't it be both?
I guess it could be like, yeah, it could be both, but one's got.
It's both.
What's the balance on that?
What do you mean the balance on that?
It's got to be like it can't be like both 100%. It could be like 70% one thing, or.
Oh, okay.
You know.
It's mostly that I like the cold and the snow, and I'm more comfortable when it's cold. But the fact that I don't have to worry about bugs, bees, insects, spiders as much, ants, vacuuming, stuff like that, it's nicer.
A lot of people like that live in where it's warm all the time. They want snow, like they want to see it and deal with it. It's nice. Like there's a lake, like the lake that I used to go to and talk to everyone and do that whole thing. It's frozen and people play hockey on there, and I could watch it.
It always made me nervous. I went out on the lake a couple times, but it always worried me.
I wouldn't. That lake, I don't know. I don't think that's water, and that's why. Because like not only like certain things don't freeze. I don't think that's all water in there. That's why. All right. So yeah, a lot of snow coming.
Oh, are you implying that people are urinating in the
No,
lake?
I think there's like chemicals in it. That's what I think. I'm not saying that.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. There's definitely gonna be stuff from the motorboats.
Well, people play hockey on there. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
People brought a couch out there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there was a couch. They were sitting. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Was it an inflatable couch?
It was like a real couch.
Oh my goodness!
These dudes drove a pickup truck down there and took a couch and carried it and put it on the ice. these are things that happen.
That's ridiculous.
There you go.
I hope they took the snow away, the couch away.
They should just leave it there.
Ugh.
It'll float back to the surface next winter.
Oh, that would be really cool if it worked that way.
Here's something. Let's change gears completely on this.
I was enjoying that. What's up?
The snow conversation you liked?
No, I just
That's
had
just
a really
small
great,
talk.
great mental picture.
Of the couch.
Every winter, it rises from the bottom of the lake. And it comes for you. Coming this summer. Ice Couch.
Do you think the fish like it better in the summer or the winter? Well, the mating
I
season's
think in
coming.
the winter they're slower. They're more lethargic. They don't
Well,
get
it's
as
like
much
completely
food.
dark in there, probably.
It's dark. There's not much algae. Probably there's not as many bugs to eat, unless they can find like bug eggs that are just chilling for the winter.
Yeah.
So I think that they're happier in the summer.
Okay.
More
well,
food.
we don't care what they like. Here's something for you, ladies and gentlemen. A couple months ago, a long time ago, maybe more than that, I don't even know. We've done so many of these episodes, I don't even know where we are anymore. I did a comic book show. I showed some of my comic books. on
Oh
this very
yeah.
program. So, the thing I showed at the end, my best comic book, Giant Size X-Men #1, which is the first time like the new X-Men team was together. It's from 1975.
Wolverine, Storm, Colossus. When the X-Men went international.
It's the debut of many of the X-Men, debuted in that issue. And I happen to have this. I got it in probably around 1998 or 99, for about $200, something like that. And I kept it all these years. And I showed it to you all. I was proud of it. I said, look what I have, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I got. So I've had this thing for a long time. And then for Christmas, someone gave me a coupon for CGC. And if people don't know, the CGC is this company that certifies comic books. They take them, they grade them, a scale of 1 to 10, and then they put it in a protective casing that will, like, it's like an airtight thing that'll keep it.
So you can't even take it out.
You can take it out. You shouldn't do that. Which is kind of a weird thing. I think a lot of people maybe don't like that idea because it's a book that you can't ever look at.
You'd have to have bought 2 of them.
Well, I have the digital version as well, but
cool.
Well, I guess a lot of people don't like that idea where it's a book that I can't read. It's stupid, whatever.
Yeah.
But basically, they're books that are so valuable that you don't ever want to touch them with your hands or really do anything with them because it'll hurt the value of the book. So somebody, like I said, somebody got me this coupon to do this, and I sent it in. It took about 5 weeks. I got this back today, and if you remember when I showed it to you all, I didn't think it was like that great condition wise, because I guess I tend to like downplay things. I don't know. Glass half empty or something. I don't know. But I got it back today. I was very, very pleased, and I'll take it out of the bag here. So I'll kind of cover. So this is what they did. This is the book I showed you. They take it and they put it inside of this plastic deal. See that, John? Didn't it come yet? This is the back cover. And here's the front. And then what they do is they give it an actual grade. And I got a 9.2 out of 10, which is pretty freaking good. And as you can see, it has like a hologram thing.
Nice.
And they actually write information about the book here,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
pertinent to the book. And it says, off-white to white pages. First appearance of Storm, Nightcrawler, Colossus, and Thunderbird. And the second appearance of Wolverine. It tells you information like who wrote it and all that stuff. So it's kind of
Thunderbird? John Proudstar?
So it's kind of like a nice piece, collection piece. So I was really, really happy about the 9.2. I was really excited about that.
That's pretty sweet, dude.
So, and I got this nice case to just keep it in. Let's put it away.
Meanwhile, there's somebody lurking outside your window like, it will be mine.
They could come in here and deal with me, and that's fine.
Picture somebody opening up the door like, well, you said I could. Oh,
I welcome all challenges, OJ.
I got something weird that happened.
But what's funny about it, though, they
Yeah.
if you remember, I had it in like it was like a case that I had already.
Yeah.
Right? It was like a soft case. They just
Yeah.
they never gave it. I sent it in that they just didn't give it back. Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of funny,
He
actually.
took my previous casing, but
Yeah.
I'm quite happy about that.
You just reminded me of something.
Yes, what is it?
I didn't realize. Speaking of comic book characters, Captain America is played by oh gosh, I just forgot his name.
Shout out to SFT Hair. He knows what I'm talking about. He said 9.2 is pretty great.
Oh yeah.
Some people saying how much is it worth. I think it goes way well over 1,000.
Nice.
So I might have to sell it in the future
Oh.
to fund the Schnoz Man Hole Punch thing.
Oh, dude, come
Or
on.
something. We'll see.
But Chris Evans, right? That was Captain America.
No, he's the Human Torch.
Yeah.
What are you talking
both.
about? Yeah.
He's both of them.
Uh-huh.
So I just saw Scott Pilgrim versus the World again, and he plays one of the evil X's in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's so funny watching him be a complete d-bag. He's just like, yeah, I'm pretty awesome. Like he uses that voice the entire time, and I'm looking at him like, that's Captain America? Really? But yeah, just kind of.
They should make him do that. In the new Captain America, he's going to act like that, actually. He's going to be like, I'm from the 40s. I was in World War II. What the hell did you do?
Gritty, and I know how to fight, and I'm not afraid to pick up an M16, even if I don't bring one with me all the time.
You go to IHOP every weekend. I was killing Nazis.
Technically, I'm over 75 years old, so I get on the senior menu.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess he does. His birthday.
Dude, if he takes out his ID, driver's license or whatever,
It has to have his real birth date on it.
yeah, because he wouldn't lie about anything. He's Captain America.
I guess you could have like a in parentheses, like was frozen for 40 years, 50 years, whatever.
Oh my gosh,
60
dude,
years.
he's in the National Association of Retired Persons.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, yeah. That would be, dude, because seriously, old people get like really good discounts on like restaurants and stuff.
That's a long time to be frozen because, I mean, like when he came back in the 60s, he was only frozen for like 20 years.
And it's like,
But now,
okay.
now the movie comes out like 2012, whatever it was. It's like, yeah, he was frozen all that time.
Yeah, he was frozen, oh gosh, 60 years?
60 years. You know, 3 times.
Like 1942 to, no, 67. Oh my gosh.
He was frozen longer than he
1942.
was alive.
Yeah.
Like well over his actual life.
Because, like, say he got,
was
let's say he got
frozen.
frozen in 1942, right?
Mm-hmm.
60 years would be 2002. 72 years he was frozen for.
Instead of researching the Tesseract, why don't they research how you could freeze for that long? I couldn't even say that for some reason. But like, wouldn't that be like a powerful thing?
Yeah.
Like, how is it? Like, forget the Tesseract. How is this dude frozen for 60 years? And like, he's young.
It was the super soldier serum that kept him alive, I guess.
Oh, really? That's what it was.
It-
Okay, that makes
That's
sense.
what made it so he could come back. Otherwise, dude,
Like a normal
Walt
person.
Disney's going to be golden.
Then why does Bucky come back?
I don't know what you're talking about. Didn't Bucky fall into a ravine?
I don't know. I gotta watch that again. Who knows?
Excuse me.
So we're talking about religion a little bit tonight, stuff like that. Here's something I thought was kind of interesting. I went to Catholic school,
Uh-oh.
and it's always a great way to start something. The school I went to actually closed a couple years after I got out
Oh,
of there.
seriously? What did you do?
Oh, I didn't do it. There's really no reason to have these things. I think it's I don't know. It's debatable. But all the people that went there kind of turned out a little strange.
Everyone went to the Catholic
Well,
school?
what you're doing is you're kind of isolating people from the general public.
Yeah.
And you can't really do that and expect they're going to be like, okay, now go back into the public. Right? Everyone else goes here, but you go here with less people. Okay, now go in. You're going to have problems. That's what happens. So they closed the school and all that stuff. My family still goes. They're pretty religious people. They go.
Mm-hmm.
Grandmother, parents.
How far away is that?
The school?
Yeah.
Oh, it's close.
Okay.
It's on Main Street down there.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Or Garden Street up there. Up and
All
down.
right, that makes more sense.
What the hell church did you go to?
It was in Danbury or Ridgefield.
Why?
I don't know. That's where we went.
Was it a special kind of thing, or?
No, it was just a church.
It was just a church.
I mean, honestly, I've got weird memories from like CCD and stuff in there. Like I
Okay.
brought in a 9-volt battery and a steel wool to show people that it would spark and kind of burn if you touched them together.
Did they get upset about that?
I don't know if anyone actually running the school ever saw me do
So you were
that.
like the science kid. That's
I don't
OJ the
know.
science kid?
I guess it was. Oh, I guess that's kind of weird being at CCD and talking about science. But it was kind of funny. A couple people from my high school were there too. Not my high school, from my
So
whatever school
you
I
did the
was in at the time.
confirmation, you did the whole thing?
Did the whole thing.
You did the confessing of your sins?
Yeah, I've done that.
What did you tell the guy the first time? Were you afraid? It is very odd. I mean, there's no way
a
around
little
it.
bit. Well, it's also weird that the first time they have you do it is like either at, I think it's like at CCD or something.
Yeah.
So all the kids are going and confessing in a line, basically. Like, it's your turn, you go. Just think about being the priest and listening to maybe 15 to 50 teenagers confessing in a row.
So you were a teen? Oh yeah, you were in 8th grade.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a teenager by the time I was in. Let me think. Those
It's extremely frightening for a kid because it's like, okay, listen, you're gonna go in this room. This guy's gonna be behind a curtain. You're gonna tell him all the terrible things you've done because you're a terrible person and you're a sinner and you're awful. And he's gonna make it all right. And you gotta memorize these speeches too. And if you don't, then he's gonna kind of give it to you a little bit. So there you go.
Well, don't forget about even besides that. I mean, think about what it must be like for the priest. Do you know how many priests get murdered in confessionals in movies? Seriously,
Yeah.
like it happens.
Or like a lot of times it's a guy pretending to be a priest, but he's not, and then he kills the other guy. That also happens too.
Like it just seems like that's a dangerous place to be. At least if you're in any way, shape, or form in a universe
So you
powered
think,
by
okay, so
drama.
you have a different take on this. I've never heard this before. You think it's kind of weird for the priest, maybe? I got to sit here, this kid, he's going to tell me stuff. I got to try to make him feel good about it. Do you think that's...
I don't know. I mean, what if there's a kid who really doesn't like?
Do you think
What
it's
are they
kind of,
supposed to say? Like,
it's almost
kids
like
don't do-
psychiatrists before psychiatry, but they don't really tell
Yeah.
you, they don't help you though. They just go, okay, say these prayers.
No, I think that if a priest is doing a good job, they'll give you advice as well.
Has this happened to you before?
What?
They give you advice?
I don't remember. Maybe.
Did you tell the priest that you made the explosive device in CCD like you just told us? Or
I didn't make an explosive device.
did you tell him
Wait.
that?
I don't think
Yes,
so.
yes, young OJ, what have you done? Confess your sins to me.
It was like break time and we
Well-
were bored.
Well, during CCD, we were learning about the body of Christ, the Last Supper, and Mary Magdalene, and I was creating explosive devices with Brillo, and I may have burned the Bible.
I didn't do
Did you tell
any
them?
of those things.
Did you tell him that?
No, because I didn't do those things.
All right, well,
But like a little kid, like what's the worst thing a little kid's done?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what kids do at all. What do they do?
Sometimes I do my homework in class,
One time I turned on the channel where the women are nude.
and I didn't turn it off for a
It
whole
turned
3
out for
seconds.
4 hours.
I don't
Yeah.
know what happened, but when I looked at a clock, it was 5 hours later, and I was sore. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. I think there's some good things about it. I think, like, as a kid, it kind of teaches you, like, okay, well, it's almost a humbling experience. Go in
Yeah.
here and admit you're wrong about things. And, like, it's not like they even tell you what you have to say, right? You come up with it yourself. It's your own, what you feel you did wrong.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of a humbling thing. It kind of teaches you some good things.
Oh, it definitely
Right.
teaches you good things, but
Well, you should admit
know,
your
it's just a little
mistakes
awkward.
or something. It's definitely it's overly awkward. I don't think kids should do it. I think it's stupid. Like you said, what do kids have to say?
I mean, I think that it does have. I think that there's some people that it's really good for.
If you're an
And, you know, I
adult and
think-
you need to talk to someone about something that happened,
Yeah.
that's a great service.
Yeah.
But
Just so many
hey, you're
movies
9
where
years old. Get in there. Tell this dude, tell this man in the dark that you had too many cookies than you were supposed to, and you called your sister a nanny pants or something. I mean, it's ridiculous.
But she was wearing the nanny's pants.
Yeah. I called my sister a stupid face. And I threw a crayon.
She threw a brick.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a brick, it was a block.
Well, anyway, the story I was trying to get to here.
Yeah, before we got sidetracked.
It's okay. I heard through the grapevine. My grandmother told me this, by the way, because she didn't know what this even was. Because she's up there in age, she's been through some things. She's been through the depression and all kinds of important things that have happened. She's a tough old lady. She's very funny. She should come on the show. Maybe co-host it one day. I'll tell OJ to stay home one day, and we'll have her in. She told me that a church this last weekend, they do the body of Christ. And if people don't know, it's symbolic of the Last Supper, basically, where this is the bread, this is my body, the wine, this is my blood. Yeah. And at the church, for the Catholic Church, they give you the host, which is supposed to represent the body of Christ, and everyone receives it every week. So what she said to me was that this week at church, the priest said, if you would like the normal body of Christ, you go on this line. But if you want the gluten-free body of Christ, you go on this line here. And she's been going to church for probably, I don't know, she's just 80-something, probably all of those years. And she'd never heard of this happening before, and she didn't know what the gluten-free is. And she called me to ask me. Because I'm hip and I know what's going on in the streets. And what I basically told her is I think, some people were probably getting sick from the body of Christ. They couldn't digest it properly. So they needed to get the new gluten-free version.
Oh my gosh. Now, what stinks is that it's both good and bad. There's some people who actually have a gluten allergy, and that's terrible.
Yeah, well, I guess they couldn't. That's what happened. They couldn't get it.
Yeah, so it's good that that's there. But every time someone mentions a gluten allergy, I always find it hard to. I mean, it's not my job to tell the difference between someone who actually has the allergy and someone who just thinks they do.
Yeah, it seems like the new thing now. You never heard of this like 10 years ago.
What's it called? Celiac? Something celiac?
Oh yeah. That's a Sicilian thing.
The thing is, look,
a lot of people of Sicilian descent have it.
I'd be more upset about somebody.
I was actually tested for it.
Wow, really?
Yes. Because I had a stomach issue like 10 years ago, and they thought that it could be that.
I bet you they must have tested me when I had stomach problems too.
But then it just went away.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
I also stopped drinking all caffeine and alcohol and a lot of crap. So.
But yeah, dude, like, it just kind of bugs. Like, I don't know, stuff like that. When it seems like it's a fad, bugs me, and I'd be upset that they're like that now. There's that all these people are, and they've got all these products targeting people who.
Gluten free. It's every pizza.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you actually have this problem legitimately,
well, a lot of people do. I'm not,
Yeah, no. But now there's this whole blitzkrieg of products that you can finally eat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's all this gluten-free stuff all over the place, which means that it wasn't getting much attention before. So if you couldn't eat gluten, you were in trouble, man. There was like nothing out there for you.
Right.
At the very least now, there's some more stuff out there, though I have to wonder if there's people who are like faking it.
They're fake
and,
gluteners.
Who make no, but the problem is if people think if you have a legitimate gluten allergy that you're just one of those hippie kids who just thinks they do.
You're a gluten hipster. You love the gluten.
You can't win, man.
They gotta start making gluten rich products. It says it on there, gluten rich, and then you to counteract the fake gluten people, anti-gluten.
It stinks, man. It stinks to have.
What do you have in there? A gluten rich burrito. It has 4 times the gluten of a normal burrito.
Oh man.
Well, it sounds odd, like to say this is the gluten-free body of Christ.
Yeah, I can see why they did it, but I would never have expected that to happen. Like I never even thought about that happening.
They have to do it. They got to change with the times. That's what they're doing. Changing with the times. They got iPads now and.
Wait, what? A church?
No, probably the future.
I mean,
The priest is just a robot. He just comes out there and...
Aww.
All right, fair enough. Anyway, we're going into the weird territory on the show. I don't know. This is one of those shows where we just talk about random things. So I want to talk about this last time we had a show 2 weeks ago, but we ran out of time. This is completely random. Okay, John. I had to go buy some deodorant.
How dare you?
I usually, what do you get? First of all, what do you get the deodorants?
Either Speed Stick unscented antiperspirant deodorant, or
So you don't like the smell. You don't like
Old Spice antiperspirant deodorant.
You don't like the strong odors. Did
Did
your girlfriend tell you like you should wear this or that when you got together? Was she like you should wear this deodorant? Don't wear that one. Did this happen to you?
No.
So it did.
Yes, it
Well,
did.
it happened to me as well because I used to get this deodorant from the gas station, and it was like $1, and it had I don't even know what the name. It had like no name to it, and I used to wear it because it was so cheap. But then like the girlfriend's like, you should do something different, and in a nice way. And I'd be getting like the Axe stuff, whatever. Like pretty much, there's one I like the Apollo because I like space. That's one of them. But that's what I get. And I ran out and I went to the store the other day and I was thinking about deodorant. And do you remember how weird it was, like when you got to that age where you're a kid, and then
You have to start wearing deodorant.
and then it's like all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you got to start wearing this deodorant stuff. Isn't that like such a strange time?
Yo, you know what else, man? Okay, first of all, you gotta
What
start
else?
showering like every effing day. No, but here's the thing.
We should do that anyway.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I do now, but here's the thing, man. Like, what? Like, did your family tell you how much deodorant to use?
I don't remember exactly what happened. I vaguely do remember. And then you are right. You have to shower. Well, first of all, what is it about like kids where they don't have to shower, or like they're always running around, right?
They don't.
They don't
sweat
smell
as much.
and they don't have to take showers. Kids.
They don't sweat as much. I don't
because they're
think.
small. Is that why? Maybe.
I don't know, because they haven't gone through puberty.
Okay, so like, what do you think happens that triggers the parents that they have to tell you this to do this? Like that you just, oh my god, he freaking stinks. Like they like in the private, like he fucking smells. Like you got to tell him now. Get the deodorants out. Get the gas station deodorant. It's only $1 for him.
I wish someone would tell people at conventions to shower.
Some people, I guess you can't fault them because they helped you, right?
No, dude.
Some people never had that help apparently, but. Do you remember what happened? What happened? Do you remember they pulled you aside and said you have to do this?
No, I think my dad just said, "Hey, you should probably wear this." And I don't know if that's when he told me how to shave too, but
You were growing hair back then too, huh?
I don't know how old I was. But here's the thing. I don't remember my dad telling me how much deodorant to use.
Okay, so you didn't know what to do.
I still don't know what to do. I'm still winging it,
I don't
man.
know what to do.
Seriously. Like, I don't know what the frill to do.
I still don't know what to do.
Am I supposed to go like...
Yeah.
More? Less? Ah!
What's funny about it is like at the time they try to act like it's a cool thing to do because it's like, oh, it's like you're an adult now, right? Like you want to be like an adult, you're an adult. You do this. This is what we do, and you almost kind of buy. Oh yeah, you almost buy into it. And then everyone talks about how they have the deodorant. Maybe one kid that doesn't eat it yet, and he feels he's left out.
Yeah.
But they're all you're like you all stink, and he doesn't.
Yeah, well, still,
You're just acting
ain't
like
nobody
it's
told.
cool.
No one's still. I'm still waiting for a good answer, John. You're not chiming in.
Of how much deodorant to use?
Yeah, like what? 2 swipes?
It depends on the scent that's coming off. Do you have a lot of hair in there? Do you cut the hair? What do you do? What type of deodorant? Is it a wet, dry? What type of deodorant? I'll help you with this. Let's go.
It's a stick, just a plain old stick.
Is it a dry or a wet?
It's dry. That stick stuff is goopy and confusing.
Yeah, the wet stuff's crap. I used to have that way back.
Oh my gosh, you used to use that where it comes out a little, like there's a little square holes and you twist it, and it pops up.
Yep.
Oh, that stuff is gross.
And it drips. You feel it dripping in the day.
Dude, it ruins your shirts.
It's dripping. It drips.
Yeah.
Try to put it places that aren't your underarm. See what happens. It's terrible.
Ugh. Ugh. You can get a
Use the
rash.
dry. You can't have too much hair. You need some. If you have none, I don't know how people do that because it is very.
Girls.
Yeah, they have a whole. We're complaining about the deodorant. They got a whole other deal.
Well, I mean, no. They're underarms, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to shave all everything.
So women's deodorant's got to be a lot different.
Women have to shave like their whole bodies because some guy at some point in probably the year 228, like we talked about earlier, was like, I don't want no hair on you.
Yeah, nope. I'm out. Peace.
It was Valentinus, I think, was the one that did this. Valentinus? Not sure. But yeah, you have some hair, cut it down once in a while. Don't be afraid to get in there. Cut it down. And then you'd probably do, I mean, what do you got? It's a non-scented stick. I mean, I don't know.
Well, some of it's scented, some of it's unscented.
An unscented stick, you got to go 2-3 times. A scented stick, maybe twice.
Like twice just in general, or like do you cover each area twice?
You want me to pull it out right now and do it for you? I'll show
No,
you.
that's okay. You don't have to go that far. Like when you say twice, do you mean one,
I do
two,
one.
or
I do 1, 2.
F.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Okay.
Downstroke, 1, 2. 1, 2. Downstroke, 1, 2. Okay?
See, this is important information for our friends at home.
But you should shower because then they say, what is that called? A hobo shower where you're not bathing, but you just are using deodorants and and like musks.
Wow, it's actually destroyed this shirt too. I must have been wearing. I've had this shirt for years. I think I was using this when I still had the gel deodorant.
Yeah, instead of like using water and stuff, you have that weird smell where it's like you have all these perfume-ish stuff, but you also stink underneath.
Yeah, it's like a sweaty dude in a rose garden.
Yeah.
That's what you smell like.
Yeah.
Though to be fair, apparently some people like that sort of thing.
It's good to have the girlfriend because without them, then you're like you're on your own and you just don't even. You know what?
Yeah, you go up to your bros.
I don't want to bathe today. I don't feel like doing it. No reason to do it. And then this happens like 4 or 5 days in a row.
You don't go up to your bros and be like, "Hey man, do I got a shower today? Do I smell bad enough? Here, you tell me."
No one will tell you that, really. I mean,
no. If you're not sure,
the right person.
If you're not sure, shower.
You should just do it. I enjoy the shower sometimes. Don't you enjoy the shower?
Yeah, but it takes me like
you take a long time.
It takes me forever.
And then people get mad. And then people get mad at you. And they go, "OJ."
Oh my gosh, I hate that so much.
All right, well, you have your own thing going on. I think. Are you in there trying to figure out how much deodorant to use? Is that why it takes so long?
No, but like
you got to shower tonight because you got the blood on your face.
I can walk into a bathroom and leave with a shower, shave, and toothbrushing is a half hour. Excuse me. Okay. That's the fastest I can do it.
All right. Fair enough. But that is a strange time when they're like, you have to use deodorant now. You're like, huh?
Yeah. Just, Well, it's funny, too, because I've got, like, both types in there in the drawer. I just kind of pull it out and go,
yeah.
Did
you have a hard time, like, the puberty? Did you, like, some kids, just like, the freaking grease is just coming off the body.
I wasn't that bad.
The hair just showing up.
No,
you ever see the kid who's like 12, he's got a little bit of the mustache coming, and you're like...
No, you want to know what the big problem is?
Yeah.
Honestly, was when I had to start shaving.
Uh-huh.
Because...
I hate it.
No, well, mostly because here, I'll give you guys a better view of this.
What are you going to show us now?
I have a mole right there.
You cut the mole?
If I use a regular razor, it takes me like a minute just to do that area, or I cut the mole open.
Don't you have an electric?
It's awful. I have one now. I didn't get one.
How do you get to see? I don't even know how to get to the level of shave that you're at right now. I don't even know how to do it.
What do you mean?
I can't get that low in the thing.
What?
I can't cut. I cannot cut the hair lower than where it is now. This is like I try to get it doesn't cut. I can't get it going.
No, dude. Well,
how do you even do it? I don't know how.
From where you are now, you probably need to get a trimmer and trim it like in stages until it's down as low as it'll go.
But I don't even know how to get it to like where there's just skin and no hair. I can't do it.
Well, honestly, I've still got a lot of like it's scratchy already, man. Like I have with an electric razor, I'll have a 5 o'clock shadow by like.
I guess you remember that. I guess you knew me when I didn't have a beard. I didn't think I shaved and like. I don't even remember when I don't even remember. You probably don't recall. I didn't have a beard my whole life.
No, you didn't.
Do you remember when I didn't have one? Do you remember?
Vaguely.
Do you remember when I had one? You're like, oh, look at that.
I remember when you didn't have one.
You do?
Yeah, I'm picturing it right now. Is that creepy?
What the hell?
Am I freaking you out, John?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm thinking about it right now. Yes. Yes. My
No,
God.
but it's bad, man. Like I got, like when I wanted to be Shaggy for Halloween, I bought one of those trimmer things.
I remember this. You had a,
Yeah,
you had a
so I
weird
could
beard.
so I could have a goatee at the like an even length.
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Isn't your hair growing like red or something weird?
Yeah, my goatee grows in red because I'm Irish, apparently.
Well, you're part Irish.
I'm a quarter.
A quarter Irish.
So I'm like the day walker. I'm not ginger, but I do have ginger colored hair when I let it grow on my chin.
Here's something completely out of there. Out of there. Since we're talking about like when we were younger and stuff like that. I don't know if you remember this. I hope you do remember this, but I don't think you will. Do you remember going to a Friendlies? Like...
Sexual Innuendo Sunday?
What?
Never mind, go on.
Do you remember going to a Friendlies probably like 14 years ago?
Yeah.
If not more than that. And we were sitting there with some people.
The Canadians?
Yeah, you remember this.
Of course
I don't
remember the
believe
Canadians.
it.
That was amazing.
You don't believe? I can't believe you remember.
Of course I remembered. This was amazing.
Oh, you're a great guy, John.
It was fun. It was you, me, and Kevin, right?
Somebody was there. I don't know. So we're sitting
I think it was
there,
Kevin.
and there's this big 2 tables of like people, probably like teenagers, something like that.
It's like the Canadian Boy Scouts.
Something like that, and for whatever reason, I was pretty crazy back then. I just start talking to people. I don't know. It was a little out of control, and I found out they're from Canada. One of them starts telling me they're from Canada. Like we're only talking to maybe like 2 of them. There's probably like 30 people.
Yeah.
And like 2 of them are talking to us. So remember that's an important part of the story here. And you know, what are you guys doing here? I think they were like some kind of team or something. They were went to New York City and they're on their way back up to the Great White North.
Yeah.
It's a great country. I'd like to go there sometime.
Oh yeah.
And I got up there. You're not from Canada. And they're like, what do you mean? Look at our shirts. Look at our coats. The red is Canada on it. It's got the maple leaf. Like, I don't think you're from Canada. We're from Canada. What's wrong with this guy? This American. And I'm like, well, do you know your national anthem? And they go, yeah, we know our national anthem. So I'm like, sing it to me right now if you're really from Canada.
Yep, I remember that.
You liar. And 2 of them start singing it. The other people don't know what's going on. They're not part of this conversation. But they hear the 2 of them singing it. They all start singing together. The Canadian national anthem, which is a beautiful song.
Oh, Canada.
And they did the whole song in the Friendlies restaurant. The people there were, what is going on? They don't really even know what the song was, probably. Half of those people in that town, I mean, there's something... They don't know the American national anthem. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, we actually... Well, we'll get there.
And then they sang the entire song. Is there more to the story that I don't recall? Is that the end?
Well, first of all, like the scout troop leaders were crazy. They
Uh-huh.
were like blowing up balloons and putting pennies in them, and then some dude put his wristwatch in the balloon somehow.
Yeah.
Guys are doing effing magic tricks over here, and we're just like,
It was like an
"Guys,
explosion
we're
of...
being outdone by Canadians. Help!"
There's an explosion of Canadian goodness in the
Yeah,
the
and then
Friendlies.
they start singing their national anthem, and I think we tried to sing it, and we all got, and like we didn't quite do it.
I know some of it.
Yeah, like, well,
From the hockey game.
apparently there's like a ton more lyrics than the first one or something.
There's a new one? What do you mean the first one? There's a sequel?
I don't know. Just for kicks, I did a quick Google of the song,
Uh-huh.
and there's the first the first stanza, which we always hear, but then there's 3 more.
I think it's a good song. The Star Single Bear is a little clunky, I think, at times. It's a little... Okay.
Well,
it's good. I like it, but...
It's good, but honestly, I agree.
Everyone says
sends me
America the Beautiful is better. Everyone says that.
My
Yeah.
uncle sends me very
Uh-oh.
right-wing emails sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Like really crazy right-wing emails. But he sent me this one email, and you know, I kind of agreed with it. It was like, some people just take the Star Spangled Banner, and instead of it being about the Star Spangled Banner, they're like,
Yeah, you're
how
right.
much crazy vocal gymnastics can I put in this one song? What can I do?
Yeah, you're right.
And
It's got like
they just-
vibratos going, and it's like...
I don't know. Sometimes it's really awesome, and other times I'm like, I want to hear the song and enjoy
And they
it.
sit on like one note for like 4 hours, just bouncing it up and down. Yeah,
Yeah. It's just,
that's the thing about singing. There's all different types of singing.
yeah.
All singing is projecting sound from the vocal cords.
It's
That's all it is.
varied talking.
Yeah. Longer talking.
Yeah.
So that was correct. I can't believe you remember that, John. That's impressive.
Of course I remember that.
I thought you were going to be like, I don't remember this, and I was going to sound like a liar.
No, did you forget the sexual innuendo Sunday?
I did, yes.
No, we went to that same Friendly's a different night, and I think we got
remember
like
this now, yeah.
takeout or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was you, myself, and Kevin, and apparently I've been handed a
Well,
washcloth.
you better put that blood back on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I know,
Celebrate
right?
it properly.
And we go in there, and I'm completely oblivious to this sort of thing, like
Mm-hmm.
completely wholly oblivious to this sort of thing.
Yep.
And we go in there, and I order a Reese's peanut butter cup sundae like I usually do.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Chunk of PB fudge ice cream like I usually do. And it's taken a while to make it.
And by the way, this would be
and-
like late in the night. It was like,
Yeah, it's like
Sunday
11
night.
p.m. or something.
It was like 11:30, and yeah.
And like I order the sundae, and she's like, "Would you like a cherry on top?" I'm like, "Oh, yes, please." And
Yeah, the chick was into
back.
OJ.
yeah, she comes back and she's like, "Here you go, with extra cherries on top, and inside is a special cherry surprise." And we're just like, "What?" And I'm completely
Yeah, but you
oblivious,
didn't- you
walk
didn't really pick
outside,
up on
and
it.
Kevin's like, "You ordered ice cream, not a sexual innuendo sundae." I'm like, "Can I eat this safely?"
Yeah, the chick was like, "Do you want extra cherry on top of that?" And he's like, "No, it's okay." And the doctor's like, "Oh, dude." I think the chicks like OJ a lot. People don't realize that.
I don't know. Well,
They do, because you got that like cute thing, cuddly type of dude.
you mean my rosy cheeks that I have right now?
You're a cute, cuddly guy, the sensitive man, you know.
Yes, that's it.
So a lot of times the chicks would like be not real cool to him, and then you wouldn't really get it.
No, wait, are you telling me that there are people who were hitting on me and I had no idea besides the sexual
I think
innuendo
so. Yeah,
Sunday?
I think so.
It turned out for the
Toys
best.
R Us, a lot of chicks liked you. I think.
But
and-
still,
Who's that? Was that chick at Toys R Us? That was pretty hot. She liked you. Remember? You know what I'm talking about.
yeah, I know what
Look
you're
at his
talking
face, he
about.
knows what I'm talking
Like we
about.
went to.
You went on a
get
date with
dinner.
her? You did?
Wait, I told you about this, right?
I don't remember half the shit that went on.
Yeah, dude.
What
Like it
was
was
the date?
funny.
Tell me about the date.
Okay, so this was back. Oh gosh, this was either
Probably like
I think this was
2002 or something.
This was like right around the end of high school or the beginning of college. I think just before I went away to college.
Yeah.
And
That's why it didn't work
I don't know.
out.
This is one of
you were
the
going
one of the
away.
cashiers from Toys R Us.
She was a hot chick too. I'm not just saying that. She was a decent chick. A lot of the guys that worked there liked her a lot.
Yeah.
But OJ had a thing going.
Like I don't even remember what we were talking about at work. It was like
It's probably video games or anime. or
nerdy
something.
stuff, video games or comics or anime or something.
Anime, yes.
And
That anime. Yes.
And like, she said, "Hey, you want to go to?" I don't remember if I asked her. I think she said, "Oh, there's this diner that's really great." I'm like, either she said, "Hey, you want to get food there?" Or I said, "Oh, great diner. You want to get food there?" She's like, "Yeah, sure." Blah blah blah. And it ended up being the Blue Colony diner that you and I would go to all the time anyway.
Yep.
And no, so we just went to dinner and like, I think we had it was really nerdy, like either milkshakes or floats with
Uh-huh.
our food, and just went there and talked about stuff
She was
and
a
had
hot chick.
food.
And then it
And
all
then
fell
she,
apart. 'Cause
like-
you had to go to school.
Then I think we spoke on the internet a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And she said that when I came home from college, like she's like, "Oh, hey, let's hang out on this date at this time." Blah 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 blah. And then, that date arrived, and I never heard from her again.
Well, she went off to school. You guys went to school. She probably got, met some dude from the football team. She probably got
Yeah,
4 kids now.
You know what's sad? I don't remember her name.
I don't either, honestly.
I think it was Jen.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
There was 2 of them.
They called she and her friend Tattoo, making fun of the Russian singers who
Oh
had
God,
a
that is obscure.
lesbian thing
For
going
people
on.
now, that is just so obscure. I forgot that group
Dude,
existed.
didn't they perform at the Olympics? It's not obscure anymore.
There was a Russian. Were they Russians?
Yeah, I thought so.
It was a Russian pop group of two chicks from like 2001 or something. I couldn't
all
even
the
tell
things
you.
you said, all the things you said, running through my
Oh,
head,
yeah,
running
yeah,
through my
yeah,
head,
yeah.
running through my head.
That was the
Yeah, they're
stupid
Russian.
song. And people would call them that because there was these two hot chicks that were like best friends, and they both liked OJ.
Wait, they both liked it? What?
Yeah, I think they both liked you.
Are you effing kidding me?
No,
What the frell?
but the whole thing fell apart because you went off to school.
Dude,
Well, the
but you
moral
know
of
what's
the
funny?
story is
I
don't go to
don't even
school.
remember her name, but I remember that she was wanted to study forensic science.
They both had J names.
Yeah, it was like, I guess she must have been Jen
Jen
then. But
and
dude,
something else with a J.
she
I
wanted
know
to study
Jen-
forensic science, and she did an entire project and was obsessed with Kurt Cobain.
Oh, really? Well,
She was convinced he was murdered.
I could see how she would like you then, because you're very similar to him in a lot of ways.
I guess, but
Tortured artist type.
she was totally convinced he was murdered.
Well,
And,
maybe you
like-
dodged a bullet with this one then.
Oh, sorry, that was a really terrible metaphor to use.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got the poster. The guy over. Look,
Yeah, that's why the
I
metaphor
got
is
the poster.
terrible.
I'm a fan. Okay, I'm not.
I know you're a
This is a
fan.
comedy program. That means you can say
Oh,
whatever
that's
you
good.
want under
If
the
that's the- if
under the
that's the
guise of
case-
comedy.
Uh,
You can do whatever you want to do. Say anything you want. It's comedy, so that's okay. Okay, that's how it works here.
Yeah. Okay.
So that
What?
was some of the things that went down.
Weird times, man.
It's a long time ago.
A long, long time ago.
Now we just show up in costume places and film, and I sit in front of the computer for hours.
Oh man. Oh.
That's how it goes now.
Sad.
Back then you had tattoo, OJ. Now you have hole punch.
Yeah. Well. I think I've gotten a lot more. I've been seen by a lot more people because of hole punch than because of tattoo.
All you need is tattoo, man. I'm telling you right now. If you have tattoo, that's all you need.
I'm happier the way it is now, man.
All right, good. I'm glad. Let's
I
show
think
the
things
art
worked out for the
week.
best.
I think so. I'm not sure. Let's go look at the art for the week, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of it. Great stuff. Amazing stuff came in.
I saw a little bit of this. It was pretty sweet.
So much,
Some
in
of them
fact,
are-
that I actually am saving some for next week. So if you don't see your piece or all of your pieces, they will appear in a future episode. I want to blow them all out like that, you know. In the past, I blew them all out. Like, here's 25 pieces, and then we had like next week just like 2. So just spread the love around. Here's the first. What kind of delay do you have today, John? Like 5 minutes or something?
About 30 seconds. So
not too
just
bad.
tell me which one it is, and if I've seen it before, then
You've seen them all already in the bottom, but we're just going to blow them up quickly. This is from Travis. If you remember, Travis made the awesome 3D artwork of me from around Halloween time, and then I completely botched it by saying his name was something different. So now he actually writes his name on the picture, which is actually a great idea. If anyone else wants to do that.
this is the guy who made the really awesome image of you, right?
Yes.
With Blender. Oh, yeah, I got to contact him because once I get my 3D printer, I got to 3D print your face.
He's an incredibly genius, talented man. Look what he did here. You want to 3D print my face? Why?
So then we have a little Rambo doll.
You're not going
It's
to make a
not-
Rambo doll. Send it to that tattoo?
That would
They
be
don't want-
effed up.
That would be effed up. Just make the doll of me. Or we'll make a doll of you and just send it to them in a
Dude,
box.
like, you can find them again.
And just see what
They disappeared, man.
You can find anyone. They're probably on freaking Facebook.
Oh.
Find them in 5 minutes.
Just go through your old TRU contacts.
Probably find them in 5
Please
minutes.
don't.
No, you gotta let the past be where it is. The past.
Yeah.
Here's the. Because then you find them now. They're 500 pounds. He's got 5 kids. You don't want to destroy the memories.
I'm trying to remember if I'm fatter now than I was then.
I don't think you're less weight.
I don't know. There was
All right.
there was a time period
gotta get to
when
the
I was
start.
actually.
We gotta get to the
Anyway.
start.
Art.
Travis, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
The second piece from Travis. Look at this. I love the positioning of the nose and the
Excuse me.
shape and texture of the nose and where it's positioned is great.
Just really makes the image, huh?
And what exactly is around my waist? Is that his tail, or he has some sort of clamps?
You don't want to know what that is, John.
That is awesome, though, man.
The heart is nice, and the lava in the background.
Great. Yeah, this is gonna be the thumbnail today. I think it's great.
No, like I like the expression on your face.
I'm kind of okay with it, the whole thing.
A little bit.
I'm like, it's all right. I've had not too bad, but it looks like almost like he's controlling. He's a controlling companion.
He's not quite touching your head.
He's like, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna like this.
He's whispering sweet nothings in your ear, John.
I like it. This is from Smart Guy, OJ, the King of the Elephants, which we found out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's just the way things are.
I like how the trunk is like your neck. It's weird. It's odd. Your chin is the part of the trunk.
Well, I am a strange, strange man.
And I am the child the elephants have found. And I will be like the Jungle Book. Smart guy. Very nice. Today's Darwin Day on top of all the other things we mentioned for February 12th. Who would have thought?
Seriously, right?
Who would have thought February 12th is such an amazing day in history?
2/12, 2/14.
But, it's just 13 on there. It was last year.
Well, It's a year after that, so...
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's the same date.
But.
So there you go. The evolved man.
I love how it's that face of yours, too.
I don't even know where people find these faces, honestly. I don't even know where they get them from. I don't even know, like, half of them, I never did that.
Is that the face they used to make the Phil Rambo hybrid?
I don't know where the faces come from. They find them. This is from Mutu Sundu, sent some amazing stuff. President Obama.
The lava's supposed to be orange juice, but it looks more like lava. Yeah, but it looks really cool either way.
He's unveiling
either way, it's going to be warm and pulpy.
A Ramborgian plaque for some reason. We sent that in, I guess, as goodwill to the White House, and then look what we got in the mail.
He looks half happy, half bewildered.
It's a 9.2. This is from the Lone Rider. Dr. Pulp, the OJaculation. Which I think is a Dr. Dre album. Is that what that is?
Is it?
I believe so.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I believe so.
Oh my gosh, I'm still so distracted by the beautiful fish.
You can look at them. It's okay. They're there to be looked at.
Oh, and it's when my face is all bloody, too.
Yeah.
Oh, I know exactly what happens in that scene.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I get someone's name wrong? Is that what someone's telling me in the chat? I don't think so. No, we're okay, right?
No, you're good.
J-Mac has created on his something browser a StayBallsy icon that brings you right to the site.
Nice.
That's what you got to do.
As it should.
What is Mac Hash?
I don't know, but it sounds like like what McDonald's in Seattle and Colorado are going to start selling.
Is that how you do hashtag keep Valentine and Valentines?
Yeah, I guess so.
This is from Bushi, John. If you remember last time on the show, we created the Zoo Barge.
Yeah, the Zoo Barge.
Old Spectacle Adventure Zoo Barge. And the rhino is there for Spider-Man, I think. It's all you need, man.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
That's pretty sweet. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's even a catapult.
What's that symbol? It's awesome.
I don't know. Did he draw that?
I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Yo, Bushi, let us know where you got that symbol, man. Did you draw that? Can we steal that?
The booster. And last but not least, certainly not least, amazing work here. From Mutu Sundu. Pulp Light. Breaking Wind, Part 2. What do you think about that, Joe?
They finally found somebody on this world who looks paler than I do.
What is that photo of you? What was that?
That's probably when I'm reading poetry.
Are you a vampire, maybe?
Do I have to answer honestly?
You are pale.
I was covered in blood a few minutes ago.
Yeah, we don't know where that blood came from.
But I know where it's going.
OJ's so dedicated to the show, he actually opened up a wound and smeared blood on himself. Yeah?
A little bit.
Whoa. Easy.
Oh, did you actually get me biting at the screen?
Yeah. Let's hit these comments. Let's take a look at these comments. We'll go through as many as we can here. And
all right. Oh, can I just throw out something?
Yes.
So I just want to give a shout out to Tammy and Corey Smith, who are doing, who have put together this animation doc Kickstarter thing. Just if you're an animator at all or like drawing and have like a tablet of some sort, take a peek at it. It's just do a Google for animation doc Kickstarter. It's pretty neat.
Excellent.
All right, so comment time. Should I just open the thread?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to start off here, the Madhead. Why does the show suck? And this is actually the first comment that we got in the history of this due process. And what a great one it is. So why does the show suck? Well, you see, sir, in a relationship, when one cares and wants to please the other, they will sometimes suck on them to initiate pleasure. So what we like to do here at the show, we are in a relationship with all of you. What we like to do is give you pleasure. So, therefore, we must suck to bring that pleasure forth in you. Okay? Anything to add on that?
I think also because if I didn't inhale, I would die.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What is OJ's favorite breakfast cereal? Also, what is his favorite brand of OJ? Twaddle,
Okay.
it's Quattle.
Oh, Tato Anitquato. Hello, friend. Oh, weird how we went backwards and now you're reading the comments.
Yeah, well, I was a little ahead of you.
All right, my favorite breakfast cereal. That's tough. Now, for the longest time, it was Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Lucky Charms. But then, when I was a little kid, right before I went to Hershey Park for the first time, they came out with Reese's Peanut Butter Puff cereal, which also had coupons for Reese's Peanut Butter Cups on the back. So that was my favorite for a long time. That's still really good. I do love Honey Bunches of Oats, and Lucky Charms, but I'm going to go with Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs. My favorite brand of OJ, aside from my own personal brand, that would have to be... I usually get the Simply orange juice. That's I don't know. I think it's not from concentrate. It comes in those weird shaped jugs. And what ticks me off though is again
jugs.
Yeah, they're weird. They're not shaped like cartons or milk gallon.
Do you like the
cartons.
pulp?
That's what ticks me off, man.
You don't like it.
I don't want Grove's-Den super pulpy. I don't want no pulp. I want regular effing orange juice with the amount of pulp you get when you juice an effing orange.
These got really complicated. Like even milk, like you don't even like. There's so many types. There used to
1%,
be
2%.
there used to be one type.
Whole milk, 1%, 2% skim.
Milk. That was it.
Buttermilk.
There's
Then
soy
you've
milk.
got soy milk, almond milk,
Goat
milk, sheep milk, human milk, cow milk. I mean, there's
human
all
milk.
sorts of...
You
What?
sell that?
No.
All right. Okay, I'm not really a cereal. I'm not a milk guy.
Oh, I
I
love...
don't really drink the milk. You
I
know
love
why?
milk.
Because it kind of like it's just really annoying to clean the glass afterwards. It's
Dude,
part of the issue.
Do you have a dishwasher?
I don't. I do the hand
Okay.
wash.
Oh, I have had a
I
hand
live
wash
in, like-
stuff in the past too.
I live in like the 1800s, John. I don't have a
Well, dude.
snowblower, a shovel. I don't have a dishwasher.
This is the first
I lose
apartment I've had
power
a
like every
dishwasher in
day.
years, all right? And let me tell you that unless you have a wide mug, it is a pain to clean a milk glass. You are correct.
Pan and clean milk glass, and you get that. I have the mustache, and it gets in there. On top of it, it's not sanitary. Let's leave it at that.
All right. By the way, the next comment isn't even a question.
Union Double X, she goes, know what? I'm not even following the rules here. I'm going to put a picture in. Unless that
By
is
the
a
way,
comment.
is that Travis?
That's Union XX.
Yeah.
We like the picture. It's awesome. We're actually going to show it next week in the slideshow.
Yeah, it's...
Unless it is a comment. I don't... Do you have... Is there a question in there, you think? I think
I'm going to hover over it and see if there's a secret
a picture
message.
is worth 1,000 words, so maybe he was on a whole nother level than everyone else. You know?
I'm not seeing...
Instead of writing actual words, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Does that mean we have to make up for it by speaking
I guess
more?
the question, who's what stooge?
You'd probably be Mo.
You gotta be Curly.
Really?
Why not?
I don't...
No, Ed would be the leader. He's gonna be Mo.
All right, so I'm Curly and you're Larry or Shemp.
I'll be Shemp, yeah.
Shh.
That'd be good. I'd be down with it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Travis says that it's a show pitch.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Cool.
We'll do it, yeah. Caesar to pleaser.
Caesar.
This is a great move. It makes for more traffic on the site. I hope. Great move, Johnny.
Nice.
Yeah, that is pretty much the only reason that we did do this. I'm just trying to generate traffic, trick people to go to the site, and increase our view count on the site. I don't really know why, because we don't have any ads or anything on there, but...
Yeah.
Caesar's been upgraded to district manager, if you see that.
Nice. Yeah, man.
So
he's got a bunch of posts and all
so
sorts
he's in charge
of stuff.
of, keeping things moving.
All right. Well, here's the next comment.
Uh-huh.
This is from Moonsbro.
This is a good one. I like this one. I saw it.
What are you two most excited to see in Days of Future Past? Obviously, seeing Hugh Jackman return as Wolverine is always great for me, and he will be a prominent character in the movie, which is good because something tells me Hugh won't be doing these X-Men movies for too much longer, unless they decide to do an Old Man Logan movie, which most likely wouldn't do very well.
Yeah. I'm excited about the whole thing. I think it's a great premise. I actually read the comic about 2 weeks ago because I haven't read it in so long.
I don't know anything about it.
I was confusing it with the 700 other time traveling things they did after that. But it was pretty much like where it began, and the movie I could kind of, from the trailer, I could kind of figure out what they changed.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the comic, it's basically Kitty Pryde is the main character, who in the future, which actually is 2013, John, is when it takes place in the future.
Oh, boy.
She's sent back to 1980, but not physically, just her mind is transported to her younger self.
Oh,
and then
weird.
She must do things then to affect the future. So obviously it looks like Wolverine's going to be the dude instead, because Kitty Pryde is not cared about. Pretty much none of the characters are, except for Wolverine. But that's a whole other story.
Mm-hmm.
What's cool about it is they're supposed to be doing a series of movies that all tie together, kind of like the Avengers. So you're doing this one, they're doing the Apocalypse one they already announced.
If it doesn't have Cyclops, it's worthless.
And then, I was waiting for that.
Worthless.
And then X-Force, they're going to do X-Force, they're doing a bunch of stuff, so like they're creating a universe there.
They already ruined the universe. Start from scratch.
Nope. It will continue. Which I think is kind of cool, because that goes way back, man. That goes way back, we saw that first one in the theater, way back when.
Yeah,
so.
it's true. I mean, I will admit, yeah.
It is kind of a bummer that's not part of the overall Marvel universe. Because imagine like Avengers, then you could have Wolverine, you could have all kinds of other things going on. But they were stupid and they gave the rights away to people.
Yep.
Marvel can't make a Spider-Man.
They had no idea
movie.
they would do it well.
Marvel cannot make Spider-Man. Just think about that. That's kind of sick in a lot of ways. But yeah, then they didn't know what to do back then. I'm just excited in general for the movies. I know the story's good. I'm excited for the Sentinels. They haven't shown them at all.
That's good.
In the trailer. So what they should do is never show them.
Yeah.
And then when you go to the movie, you're like, oh my God, look at how cool they are.
I hope they're still purple.
I don't know, because I haven't seen them.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I don't remember the comic at all. And I know nothing about the movie.
It's only 2 issues.
Okay. Well, either
read
way, I know nothing about it. So I'm going to go into this just kind of going...
Why don't you read it?
Because I don't have it.
The cartoon did a version that was different. They did a similar version, but of course, like, all the players are different,
Of course, the cartoon version is going to be better because it has Cyclops.
There's no Cyclops. He was stupid and he went to do that Superman movie and he got punished. This next one's from Swag Lord Almighty 420. I'm live on the air.
Yes, you are, friend.
But he's not, because he wrote this on yesterday.
But it's live on air now.
He didn't post on the air, live on the air. Smart guy, what is yours and OJ's favorite smell? I think we kind of talked about that today with the deodorants.
No, I think I'd go... I don't know what my favorite smell is, but I do like the smell of cookies, because it usually means I get cookies.
I like oxygen. The smell of it. I don't know, I have a lot. Like, just any kind of outdoor smell. That's not, you're a horse. But like, right now, like, it's going to snow. Like, actually, like, right now, it's going to be awesome if you go outside and smell.
Yeah.
It's that pre-snow feeling in the air.
Crisp air, yeah.
It's really nice. Spring day. something like
But-
that.
I mean, what bugs me is I have a favorite smell,
Uh-huh.
but I don't remember what it is. I can only tell when it's something
Can't
when
be your
something
favorite
isn't
then.
it.
That's a great point, by the way, because you can't really describe a smell a lot of times. Sometimes you'll get that whiff, and it reminds you of something, or takes you. How could you describe that?
Exactly. Like, it's not simple.
Yeah, that's like saying what is something? How do you describe a sound?
It sounds like, no, you're doing it wrong. You can't do it.
Huh. It's almost like the '60s Batman, where they kind of gave sounds words. We've done that. Screech, a screech, you know what that
Biff,
sounds like.
Pow, buff.
How did they come up with this?
Um,
It sounded like a bang.
my favorite
Who
one
came
is
up with that?
smack. Thwack.
Yeah, what was the sound? It sounded like a smack. And you kind of know what that is. They had to do this. But they didn't do that with smells, did they?
No, not
Not
really.
to the degree. They go, fresh. It's fresh smell.
As opposed to not so fresh.
Yeah. What is your best elephant mating call? OJ, go ahead.
I don't have a tissue, so I can't do it. So I'll do my second best.
Do it. Okay, very nice. Does OJ even like oranges? Does Rambo even like elephants? Does he even hold hands with Howard off camera? From JD. Well, you do like oranges. You talked about that earlier.
I had oranges today.
Does Rambo even like elephants? People maybe question that as, it's just a joke. It's a gag. No, I actually really do like elephants because they have giant nose. So I've always kind of looked to the elephant as something related to me. And they're so mighty and majestic, I try to be like them. They don't let that hold them back. And also, in Dalzim's stage in Street Fighter 2, the elephants would dance after Dalzim won, which was usually me playing Dalzim.
So you win a
the
lot.
elephants would celebrate for me. So why couldn't I like that? Do I hold hands with Howard off camera?
No, because I'm too busy holding Howard's hands.
There you go. Dear John and OJ.
Dear John OJ,
Go ahead.
how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Thanks, my name is Broly.
What's the answer?
I think a better question is how much chuck could a chuck would chuck if a chuck wood could woodchuck?
Okay.
And the answer is honestly as much as he feels like.
I should mention, which I forgot to mention, that this is a thread entitled Comments, Questions, and Recipes, John. So people can also post their recipes for us. And Bushi has done a mint ice cream milkshake, which I think you would be down for at any time.
I want this now.
Mint ice cream, blender, milk sugar ice cream to taste. 20 to 30 seconds on a blender, pour into a glass.
Want now.
How soft was
Ken
Howard's
has-
hand in the blender? Not very soft after it was in the
No, don't blend his hand. I like his hand. He needs them
Do you
to
have
live.
a recipe for the milkshake?
I have a recipe. Well, there's a recipe from the Food Network for a chocolate marshmallow milkshake, which is basically make a chocolate shake, but you layer it with a marshmallow whipped cream.
Oh wow.
And to make that, you take a quarter cup of marshmallow fluff and a half cup or maybe a cup of heavy cream and maybe a teaspoon at most of vanilla extract, and you mix that all together.
Wow.
And you whisk it. You might need a little more sugar if you really like it extra sweet, or a little more cream if you like it not as marshmallowy, or a little more marshmallow if you like it. You kind of got to find the right combination that works for you. But it's really good. You just get this nice, thick, marshmallowy whipped cream, and it's really good if you replace the vanilla extract with almond.
Oh. Complicated.
Yeah.
One thing I want to point out here, as you see, Bushi has posted 5 times, which means he's an Epic Mail employee. Swag Lord Almighty has posted more than 50, so he's been upgraded to an OJaculator. And I believe there are tiers that keep going from there. OJ, my grandmother wants to thank you for the flowers and chocolate elephants. It was very thoughtful of you. She said it was the best Valentine's Day gift she'd ever gotten in 90 years.
Aw, well, tell her you're welcome.
When will the Ramborgian Awards be? When we can afford a statue? When OJ builds the 3D model of me, and then we'll give it away to someone as an award. JD, who's taking control of the thread, who's posted 5,000 times. Just two more I forgot. What does OJ think on some other language swear words? Is he willing to learn some? Who knows, maybe Zik is extremely offensive in another language. And when are the next annual Ramborgian Games?
Okay. So to answer your first question, I try to avoid learning other language swear words. I mean, I'll learn them fine, but I don't want to say them. I really don't want to say them.
But you'll learn them write them down or something? What do you do?
So like in Japanese, there's no real swears, but there's some extremely rude language. And I actually try to avoid saying that, even though it's not even really a swear.
And why do the swears exist in the first place? And who decreed that you can't say them?
The MPAA, who's a bunch of effing idiots.
Is that true?
No, but they
who came up with this thing? You can't.
They made the movie Bully R because some actual children swore in it, and they didn't want to get children swearing.
It's kind of bizarre because I could describe to you right now the most heinous things, disgusting things, right?
Yeah, without using an actual dirty word.
If you don't actually curse, it's perfectly fine. With just one curse word, instead of that entire diatribe of filth, it means it's bad.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
So
I think George Carlin said it best. You can prick your finger, but you can't finger your... Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I said this before on the show, but I think if aliens ever came, that'd be one of the first things that they question. Like, these humans created words that they're not allowed to say. They themselves created language that they don't
banned themselves.
And then banned the words. Yeah. There you go. I don't like to do it so much because I think there's better ways to describe the things that you're trying to put forth.
Yeah.
Instead of just throwing it out there, because I think it definitely shortens down a conversation.
A little bit.
But you don't get a lot of detail in there.
No.
Caesar the Pleaser, where do you guys want to be by the end of the year?
Huh.
I want you to have my hole punch done.
Yeah, I'd love to have that done and to have
I have a great set of it, or a great DVD compilation or something.
Yeah, because it ain't gonna fit on one.
Oh
no
no!
Shot.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I don't know, man. There's a lot of places I should be, and I think I want to be. I'm not sure.
Well, that's related to Galadrian's question a little bit.
Let's just leave it there. I want to be alive.
That's a good thing.
I have a couple of goals for this year. One is Sean's Man Hole Punch the next episode. Hopefully that's done by halfway through the year. I think it should be. I want to do a comic book. Not a web comic. Not like a comic strip, but an actual full-length thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big goal.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to do a performance somewhere.
That's
on stage.
a good call.
And I need to start figuring out a place to move to in the area that I live in. I need to get out of debt. There you go. Do you have anything to say on that?
I want to finish Snozman and Hole Punch and start maybe do some small a few smaller scale projects. Yeah.
Different types of things.
Mm-hmm. And I want to actually follow through with my candle stuff and do a lot more of that.
I would love to see you. I don't know if something you want to do, but I'd love to see you do an audition for something random, like a paying job or something.
That would be funny. And then they say, "Yeah, you got the job," and I'd be like, "No."
Well, you don't have to take it, but I just think it would be good for you because I think you'd be like, "Oh shit, I'm pretty decent,"
Well, I already know that I'm like the best thing on
I don't think
Tuesdays.
you do. I don't think you realize you're good. I don't think you are on top of your potential. Like, I don't think you understand your potential for things.
Well, we'll have to push for that then.
I think you push yourself to a degree, and then you're like, I don't know. But I think there's another level that you can get to under my tutelage and supervision.
We'll have to explore this.
All right, good. Yeah, Deladrian, go ahead.
Have you ever thought of doing different types of shows? Not just adding different segments, but breaking away from the usual format here and there with something new.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of ideas. I mean, so time is really at a premium. It's really difficult to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, even last week we didn't do the show, and I was, like, heartbroken over it all week before that. Like, can we do that? Can we take a week off? And are people going to freak out? Or, because the problem is, in order to do different new things and more things, there's no, like, extra room in there. So you got to kind of take away from something else. So if we're going to do different things, then it's like, well, we can't do a show every week then because we're working on this thing. And then if there's not a show every week, are people waiting around for something else to come out? That's going to take a while to come out. And is that good? And what do we do? It's a confusing thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to balance this stuff out because we don't make any money at all. And you hate to be like, well, money matters and doesn't matter and all that shit. And it doesn't to a degree. But let's say we're making $1,000, even if it was $1,000 every 6 months, okay, which is a reasonable amount. You could be like, okay, it's $1,000 that we could put into doing this, or we need this stuff, or we need to build this, or whatever. You have that, but we don't always have that luxury. We just scrape it out. Yeah. And beg people to do things, and we do the best. I think we do the best we can, and that's that.
Yep. Yeah. I want to do another spectacular.
The StayBallsy Spectacular.
That was so fun.
I'm just looking to see how many there are here.
There's like 5 or 6.
And that's it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, let's talk them out and then see if it fills up again. So.
All right. Here's a first one from Mutu Sandu.
Yep.
Hey, John and OJ, does the art you get ever turn you on?
There was one with OJ with the chick. You remember this? Oh, was it you as a woman with boobs, or you were standing next to one?
Probably. I was probably the boob girl.
That probably got to be the closest.
There are other ones with me near girls, but this one I think I was the girl with boobs.
Most of them just disgust me, and I'm turned off and filled with rage at most of them.
No, but as for whether the art we get ever turns us on, I'd say yes whenever my face is in the frame. Because it is the most beautiful thing known to mankind, and it's amazing. Yes.
I'm OJ's biggest fan. Do people know that? Do you know that?
Is
you realize like how much of my day is about you? Do you understand this?
I'm sorry.
I get up and I go, okay, I have to write a script for OJ. Now, okay, I did that. Now let me sit here and edit his face and watch him over and over again for 2 hours. And then we get the show later and we find out some things for OJ to do.
So you better not be wearing tight pants then.
My whole life is revolving on you. Mark Crowd's cast has changed his name to Mark Crowd. It's just Crowdcast. That's it. Mark Crowd Stories. OJ, when can you come on my show?
Oh man, that's a good question. I owe him, I owe Caesar, and I owe... Oh my gosh, there was a fellow whose show I went on, but he didn't record my voice, so I have to do that again too. Oh my gosh, it's been like 3 months. Why am I so terrible?
It's a non-answer.
Hopefully soon, sir.
The world will burn.
Our last millisecond question is allowed on the show?
No.
And then Dr. Zombius says, is the day of the pulp happening soon? And then it's some art we can use later. He actually posted this on my Twitter, and it is the cutest thing.
The day of the pulp is upon us.
Yeah. And for even more last-minute nonsense, oh gosh, yeah, dude, if you refresh, there's like another 3 of them.
All right, well, we can always get to them next time. We need more.
Oh gosh,
I can't refresh for some reason. I don't.
Slinkies is going to be crazy next week.
All right, well, we'll save it for next week then.
Yeah.
And that's going to do it for the show.
Okay, everyone.
Where am I? I'm lost. I can't get back. Whoa! Another one's in the books, Johnny.
Yeah.
We're almost at 120. Right now, next week is number 119.
Wow.
And of course, I have Mr. Rice Spirit on the show. Look forward to hearing about his artwork, how he got started in it.
And his wry humor.
He's got a huge fan base. They're called the Rice Balls. There's many of them. There's thousands of them.
Nice.
Maybe we'll have some of them here. I don't know. They're welcome. Come on in. You know. We're going to show some of his artwork, talk about that, how he got into doing it, how he developed his style. I don't think we've ever had a straight-up artist on before. Does that happen ever?
No.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Man, that's it, man. Everybody enjoy the snow. If you don't have snow, enjoy the lack of snow.
Everyone in the path of the storm of doom, stay safe, stay warm, have a good time.
Have a great Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Remember Valentinus? And the ritual OJ taught us? I mean, you can send your photos if you want to participate.
Remember, yeah.
Send your photos in of yourself celebrating the Feast of Valentine's Day properly.
It's easy to remember. It's the Valentine's 3 Bs. Blind, break, blood. That simple.
There you go, everybody. Go to a friendly, sing that national anthem.
And get the Sexual Innuendo Special Sunday.
Make sure you get those 9.2s.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrate that Valentine with the blood splatter.
Mm-hmm.
And listen to some Tattoo.
Every day.
I'm forgetting something here.
I think that sounds good to me, man.
Get that $1 deodorant from the gas station.
Rub it all over your body.
And you're ready to rock, my friends.
Yes, sirs and ma'ams. And
that is going to do it for this week. Boom. Thank you for listening and being a part of John Rambo Presents the very best and free and optional entertainment. Most people won't get it, but maybe, just maybe, most people.
Myths of Ramborgia. Hello everyone. We're here to see on Myths of Ramborgia to see if this myth is really a myth or perhaps is fact. Now let me give you some backstory. The Jamborgians are clones of the Ramborgian race. They are a pure and beautiful race, but a mistake was made in the cloning process, and the clone of John Rambo was made, except that clone was not a perfect clone. That clone was evil. The Jamborgians